Good morning. Good morning. I pray that all is well with you guys. I am Serafina Monique, and we are back with our self-love journey. We are on day 4. Okay, so today we will talk about self-worth. The topic for today is self-worth. Okay, so I know you guys, sometimes we don't feel like we have a problem loving ourselves, or we feel like we know our worth. We know our worth. But I was reading something on today, and I'm just gonna read it to you. Like it was saying, you may have a problem with self-worth if you do certain things. Okay, so some of those things are, if you have problems accepting not accomplishments, if you have problems accepting compliments. Okay, so if somebody compliments you, and you already have to give an explanation or something. Like if somebody say, I have it bad to where someone to compliment me on my hair, and I'll say it's a wig or something. It's like, who cares? Just say thank you and keep going. Okay, so when somebody compliments you, don't say something to like bring it down or something, to like downplay it. Like, just say thank you. Like, learn to accept compliments. Okay, just say thank you and keep it moving. Okay, and another thing was, if you doubt yourself, if you doubt yourself or if you have problems setting boundaries, you may have a problem with self-worth. Okay, so we will talk about setting boundaries either next week or the week after. We'll get into setting boundaries. Okay, another thing is, if you care too much what people think about you. Okay, because some people's opinion we value, but some people, like, it shouldn't even matter what they think about you, honey. Okay, so sometimes we hear things, and then we let it bother us, and then it's like, why does it even matter to you? Like, why should that even matter to you? So what somebody else think of you is none of your business, honey. Okay, so if you get wind, you hear something about somebody feeling some type of way about you, honey, that's their problem. That's not mine. Okay, so that's their issue. Let them deal with it, because we're fine over here. Okay, so something else is, you put other people's needs above your own. Okay, you put other people's needs above your own needs. And I had got to a point, you guys, I would put people's wants above my needs, and it's like, what sense did that make? That didn't make any sense whatsoever. But I had a problem with self-worth. Okay, I didn't know my worth. Okay, so if you put other people's needs above your own, there may be an issue there with self-worth. And let's see, if you struggle to believe that someone could love you. Okay, if you struggle to believe someone could love you, you have an issue with self-worth. Okay, if you believe you're not worth it, if you believe you're not worth something, or you're not worthy, then you have a problem with your self-worth. Okay, and we need to work on our self-worth, you guys. We need to know our worth. We need to That's something that we really, really need to work on, because if you don't know your worth, then your self-worth kind of, it comes at the top. Okay, so knowing your worth, knowing what you deserve, and then everything else will fall into place. The self-love, the self-respect, everything else will fall in place. Your self-esteem, everything will fall in place if you know your worth. Okay, if you know your worth. And we have to know our worth, because if you don't feel like you deserve something, whenever you get it, you're gonna be afraid to lose it, because you feel like you don't deserve it to start with. So you're gonna be afraid to lose that. Okay, and then you are going to you're going to feel like you're lucky to have it. Okay. So you're going to feel like I looked up and I got this. And it's like, you look at that as the prize. Okay. So you feel like you're lucky to have it. So you're going to do whatever you can to keep it, because that's the prize. That's your prize. Okay. And a lot of times in relationships, you guys, we tend to forget, as women, honey, we tend to forget that we're the prize, honey, because somewhere along the way, somebody done told these men that they were the prize, honey. And it's like, no, I'm the prize. I'm the prize, sweetheart. And so when you feel like you don't deserve something, when you feel like they're the prize, you're going to do what you can to keep them, because you feel like I'm not worthy to have them in the first place. So I'm going to do what I can do to hold on to it. And it's like, no, sweetheart, you're the prize. You're the prize. And I know a lot of times people will tell us, you got a good man there, hold on to him. And it's like, yeah, I got a good man, but he got a good woman, so he better hold on to me. Okay, so we make men, which, yeah, you make men feel like they're the prize, but understand that you're the prize. You are the prize, okay? So they say a good man is hard to find, honey. Well, guess what else is hard to find? A good woman is hard to find. Okay, so if you lose a man, honey, I mean, you just got to get in your head that I'm a good woman. I'm a rarity. I'm a rarity, honey. Okay, so I'm a good woman. So get into your head. You can't lose anything that you can't get back better. Okay? You can't lose anything that you can't get back better. Whatever you done lost, honey, you can get it back better. Okay? And it's not saying you want that particular thing back, but it's just saying if I lose something, honey, I'm a good woman, so the next one gonna be better. So I'm gonna get it back better, okay? So if I lose this man, honey, I'm gonna get it back better. Not saying that man, but I'm gonna get a man back better, okay? Or if you lose a woman, honey, it's fine. Because guess what? You can get one back better. You can get it back better, okay? So, and then another thing is, you guys, don't think that just because you have a good man, you got to hold on to him. You got to deal with whatever and whatever just to hold on to him, okay? Because it's like, you being a good woman, honey, if you meet somebody, if you meet a man that's maybe not all the way there, if he wants to keep you, honey, he'll get there to keep you, okay? So a good woman can turn a regular man into a good man, like if he wants to keep you, because you know your worth, you got standards, you have requirements, and he know that in order to keep you, you're gonna have to meet those requirements. So if he wants to keep you, okay, if he's a good man and he wants to keep you, he's going to meet those requirements. And if not, then it's fine. It's okay. Okay, and let's see what else. We have to learn to be okay with people walking away. We have to learn to be okay with people walking away. Okay? And don't internalize that. Don't think that because someone walked away from you that something is wrong with you. Okay? Or don't make it seem like, it doesn't change your value, okay? It doesn't change your worth, okay? It doesn't change your value. It doesn't change your worth, okay? So, okay, we just have to make up in our mind. We just have to make up in our mind that we deserve better, okay? And know your worth, okay? Know your worth, because if you know your worth, you're not going to put up with just anything. If you love yourself, you're going to love yourself enough to not sit and put up with anything from anybody, okay? You're going to love yourself enough to not sit and let somebody give you the bare minimum, okay? Because guess what? You're going to give yourself more than the bare minimum. So why would I accept anything less from anybody else, okay? When I give myself more than that, okay? And then another thing, when we need to heal, honey. We need to heal and we need to become whole. And I see a lot of people praying for these women praying for men, honey, and men praying for women, like praying for God to send them a woman, for God to send them a man. But I just feel like if you are in your season of singleness, honey, embrace it, okay? Embrace it. Use that time to work on you, honey. Use that time to work on you. Use that time to focus on building yourself up. Use that time on fixing your relationship with God, okay? Use that time on making yourself better, okay? Instead of frantically searching for a man, use that time. That's your time, honey. That time is for you. Use that time to work on yourself. Work on yourself. Okay, those goals that you've been wanting to reach, honey, use that time to achieve those goals. Okay, use that time to achieve those goals. Focus on you. Focus on your relationship with God. Okay, and whenever it's time, whenever you heal, because sometimes, you guys, when we don't heal from things, we tend to attract the same thing. Okay, we tend to attract the same thing. But if you take some time to heal and you recognize what's broken, when you begin healing, you recognize what's broken within yourself, then you can look and you can recognize that same brokenness in somebody else, okay? And that'll be a red flag to you. So you have to make up in your mind to change and to heal yourself before you jump from one relationship to the next relationship to the next relationship to the next relationship. It's like, no, just stop. Focus on you and use that time to work on yourself. And so many times, you guys, we don't even heal from one relationship before we get into another one. Okay? And so sometimes we I don't know, you doing it that way, I just feel like you kind of set yourself up for failure, because so many times a lot of us are like K. Michelle, honey. We love them all. We need another one to get over the other one. And it's like, no, no. What you need is a counselor, honey. What you need is some therapy, okay? What you need is to sit with yourself and to heal from some things, because I say a lot, what hurts you can't heal you. Okay, so if one man hurt you, another man can't heal you. Okay, so whatever you give you the power to heal you, you give the power to hurt you all over again. Okay, so if I get out of one relationship and I'm hurt and I didn't heal from that hurt, but I come get another man and use this other man as a band-aid for that one, and I'm giving him the power over me. I'm giving him the power to heal me, heal what's hurting within me, but also I'm giving him the power to hurt me all over again. Okay, so when you receive hurt from this thing, from this relationship, it's gonna hurt 10 times more. Okay, and then you're gonna have to deal with the hurt of this one. You're gonna have to deal with the hurt that you haven't dealt with here, and then if you was in one before that, you're gonna have to deal with the hurt that you haven't dealt with there. Okay, so deal with your hurt now. Deal with your hurt now so that you don't take it into the next relationship. Learn to heal. Learn to heal. And don't look for anybody else to heal you, because again, whatever you give the power to heal you, you give them the power to hurt you all over again. And baby, I want to heal myself, honey. I want to sit down and I want to take time and I want to heal myself, because I refuse to give anybody else power over me to hurt me or to heal me. Okay, so it might feel good in the moment, but in the long run, it would be just better for you to heal from one situation before you move into the next. Okay, so give yourself time to heal, honey. And that way you can you'll be prepared when you do get a good man. When you meet a good man, you'll be a good woman. Okay, use that time to work on you. When you meet a good man, you'll be a good woman, and you'll be a good woman, and as opposed to you being broken and you running a good man away. Okay, so that time is for you. Use that time to heal and work on work on yourself. Work on yourself. Set some goals and work on yourself. Okay, so another thing I want to talk about is the healing process. Okay, so we have been asking God to take away things that it's not good for us, and da 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 this, da 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 that. Okay, so it's just like, for you to heal, you have to understand why you accepted what you've accepted to start with. Okay, so you have to understand what was broken in you to make you feel like it's okay for you to sit in this, and to make you feel like it's okay to accept any and everything from everybody. Okay, and so you need to heal from the version of you that accepted that. You need to heal from the version of you that thought it was okay to accept that, because heal from the version of you that didn't love you enough to walk away. So you have to love yourself enough to be like, I'm not going to do this to you. I'm not going to let anyone else do this to you. Okay. And sometimes we have to put someone else in our shoes. Put someone we love in our shoes. Like if we have daughters, okay, maybe put your daughter in your shoes, okay, and think about how it would make you feel if your daughter came to you with this problem. Okay, and a lot of the stuff that we put up with, honey, we would not let our daughters and our nieces and our loved ones put up with that stuff, honey. We'll be ready to go to war behind it for them. But when it comes to us, we'll sit there and accept it. And it's like, no, honey, love yourself enough to not accept what people are giving you. Okay, know your worth. Know your worth, okay? And healing is internal. So your insides have to change before your outside does, okay? So your mind has to change before your actions change, okay? Before your feet ever move, honey, your mind has to change. Because if you don't have your mind made up, then what you're going to do is you're going to get back in that same situation. You're going to fall back into those same habits, okay? So especially with your New Year's resolutions, you guys, when you have your New Year's resolutions set, honey, you set them for a reason. You're wanting to change for a reason. So you have to make up in your mind that this is why I'm going to change. This is what I want to change. This is why I'm going to change. And this is why it's important to me. So you have to make up in your mind. You have to make up in your mind to change before an actual change occurs, okay? So again, go inside yourself and figure out the whys to your whats. Go inside yourself and figure out why you accept what you accept, knowing that you deserve better. Okay, knowing that you deserve better. Try and figure yourself out. Sit down, get to know yourself. Sit with yourself, honey. Sit with yourself. No distractions. Sit with yourself. Just you and God, honey. That's all you need, honey. Okay. So you're gonna need God through it, okay? Because a lot of us are suffer from abandonment issues. You have abandonment issues, honey. A lot of us are sitting in situations and a lot of us are sitting in situations that we know we shouldn't be sitting in because we fear abandonment, okay? We fear abandonment, or we have attachment issues. We have trust issues. We have trauma bonds. You have demonic soul ties, okay? Like all this stuff is real, you guys. All this stuff is real. Like, On yesterday we read that, was it, yeah, anyway, one of the previous lessons we learned that you know, your self-love consists of your physical, mental, and spiritual, okay? Because what I was doing, you guys, I wanted to, I knew that I needed to get to a place where I love myself. And but what I would do, I wouldn't fool around with the spiritual, honey. Because I'm like, I want to do what I want to do, but I still need to figure out how to get through this. So I still took my self-love journeys, okay? And so what I was doing was I was trying to cope with something that I knew God told me I shouldn't be coping with to start with, okay? So in order to help me cope, I would go on my self-love journeys. I would try to make myself happy and I would work out, honey. I would do the mental and emotional, and it didn't work. So I was going to counseling. I mean, mental and physical. So I was going to counseling, okay? And I was working out and everything, eating healthy and doing all that. But with me not doing that spiritual, and like it kind of, that spiritual kind of, it plays a big role, okay? Because a lot of times what we're trying to do is we are trying to sit through and get through stuff that God told us we shouldn't be in the first place. Okay, so we can't go to God. We don't want to go to God because we ain't supposed to be there in the first place. Okay, so we don't want to go to God because if we go to God, we know what God's going to tell us. Okay, so we try to deal with the other two. But I'm here to tell you, honey, I saw something on the other day, and it said no kind of therapy or counseling is going to deliver you from something that's spiritual, okay? So it said no kind of therapy or counseling is going to deliver you from a demonic stronghold or a soul tie or something. No kind of therapy is going to deliver you from that, okay? So that's something that's spiritual. If you want to be delivered from that, that's something that you have to seek your Father for, okay? Let's see. And I just encourage you guys, look up this stuff. Like, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. As far as the attachment styles, abandonment issues. Like, a lot of us probably suffer from this stuff and we don't even know it. Trauma bonds, demonic soul ties, strongholds, honey. All this stuff is gonna take God, honey. It's gonna take God to help you out of this stuff. And I keep saying this because unless we get to the core of why we're doing what we're doing, no matter who's there, it's just gonna be a repeated cycle. So we'll get out of this and go to that, and it just be a repeated cycle. Okay, so you have to change your mind, and do the work. Okay, do the work. Okay. And let's see, another thing, like in relationship, you guys, we have to know our worth. We have to know our worth, because people will throw anything at us and expect us to, and this is relationships, honey, work relationships, brotherly, sisterly relationships, relationship with anybody, okay? You have to know your worth. You have to set boundaries, because people will give you anything and expect you to be okay with it, okay? So let me tell you this, honey. Just because someone gives you something don't mean you have to take it. Just because someone gives you something doesn't mean you have to take it, okay? So, we see in relationships a lot when people are like, how much more can I take? How much more can I take? And it's like, baby, if you got to ask, honey, you ain't had enough. Go on, get you some more. Go get you some more, because when you've had enough, you're going to know it, okay? When you've had enough, you're not going to have to ask, how much more can I take? And so just because somebody give you something, you don't have to take it, okay? So you teach people how to treat you based off of what you accept. So if somebody come giving you lies, you don't have to take it, honey. You don't have to take it. If somebody is giving you all this stuff that's gonna hurt you, you don't have to take it. If somebody is giving you abuse, honey, you don't have to take it. Okay, so you don't have to take everything people give you. You don't have to take it. But you have to know your self-worth. At the end of the day, you have to know that you deserve so much more. Because if you don't know you deserve so much more, you're just going to be a taker. You're just going to take whatever they give you just to keep them around. And you're going to condition yourself to be okay with it all the while you're hurting and hurting and hurting. And it's like, just because people give you something, don't take it. Don't take anything less than you deserve. So in not taking that, sometimes people will change. Like if you tell somebody something is hurting you, if you tell someone something that they're doing is hurting you, then if they really love you, honey, and if they really love you, they're going to try to change it. They're going to at least try to change it. But if they keep giving it and giving it and giving it, like, that's where you need to draw the line, honey. Okay, you just need to get to the point to where it's like, I love me more than I love you. Okay, and because I love me, honey. Because I love me, I'm not going to let her accept anything less than what she deserves. And either one or two things going to happen, honey. Either they're going to change, or you're going to have to make up in your mind that I'm not going to accept this, and you're going to have to exit stage left. Okay, so but you have to deal with those issues. You have to deal with those issues first so that you can get to the point to where it's like, either you're going to change or I'm going to go. And either one is okay with me. So if you change, good. But if you don't change, that's fine too. Like, you do what you want to do, but you want to do it with Seraphina. Okay, so you just have to deal with that hurt, deal with that version of you that made you accept whatever you're accepting. Okay, deal with that version of you that made you accept less than what you deserve, and then you can get to that point to where you're like, I don't deserve this. I'm not gonna put up with it, and that's just it. I'm not gonna put up with it, and you have to learn to be okay with people walking away. And if they walk away, if they don't want to change, that's okay with me. That's okay with me, because sometimes change requires healing. Sometimes change requires healing, and healing brings along hurt. So some people know they need to heal from some things, but they're not ready to deal with that hurt. So, but you can't sit there with them. You're going to have to let them deal with that, okay? Let them deal with that. Okay. So, I don't know, you guys. I was up this morning and... I wrote like 4 pages of notes, honey, and then I went to work and I wrote some more notes. And so it's a kind of long one today, but it's fine. I'm almost at the end. Okay. So another point is, a lot of people want you, honey, but they're not prepared for you, if that makes sense. They want you, but they're not prepared for you. So, they want you, but they're not prepared to do what it takes to keep you. Okay. They're not prepared to change. Okay, but it's okay. It's okay, because if you're not prepared for it, then exit stage left, honey. And whether you change or not, either one is okay with me. It's up to you. That's your decision. Okay, do what you want to do, but you want to do it with Seraphina. Okay, and you just have to get that attitude that you're not going to accept anything less than what you deserve. Okay. You're not going to accept anything less than you deserve. And again, when somebody walk away, that's on them, not you. Okay. So it's like your value does not depreciate based on somebody's inability to see your worth. So if somebody don't see your worth, honey, that's good. That's fine. It don't matter. You are still worthy. You are still worth it. You are still a good woman. Okay. So don't let anybody else's opinions of you make you feel like something is wrong with you. Okay. So don't let somebody else walking away make it seem like something is wrong with you. Okay. So what we just have to do, we just have to get to this place of healing. We just have to get to this place of healing to where we're okay. We're okay. You know, if everybody decided to walk away, as long as I got King Jesus, honey, as long as I got King Jesus, I don't need nobody else, honey. You have to get to that point, okay? You have to get to that point. So I just encourage you guys to know your worth. Know your worth. I want you to I really didn't let me just a second. I messed up. Okay, I really didn't write down the homework assignments, but I just encourage you guys to continue doing your affirmations. You know, write your affirmations and know that you are worth it. You are worthy. Know that you deserve better. Okay. So accept compliments, honey. Somebody give you compliments, say thank you and keep it moving. Okay, say thank you and don't, you know, learn to accept compliments. Learn to accept compliments, okay? And don't put anyone else's needs above your own, okay? So I'm reminded of the story of the when you fly. I've never been on an airplane, but it's like I've heard this story. It's like when you fly, they tell you to you know, if something happened and the air mass come out the sky, they tell you to put yours on first, okay, and then put your you know, everybody else, all your dependents on. So if you have your kids, put yours on first, and then put your kids on, okay. And the reason for that is because you have to take care of yourself first, okay? So if you're not properly taking care of yourself, then how effective can you be in taking care of someone else? Okay? So put your mask on first, honey, because you can't help anybody else out if you're sprawled out across the floor. Okay? So put work into yourself. Do the work, you guys. Do the work. Take care of yourself first. Take care of yourself first, you guys, okay? So that you can effectively, a lot of us have kids. Take care of yourself first so that you can effectively take care of your kids, okay? Take care of yourself first. So I just encourage you to get your Father by the side. Continue to do your affirmations, honey. Continue journaling. Find time to read your Bible, honey. Find time to read your Bible. And I like if you, even if it's just going to read the parables, read a parable a day, okay? So that is it for today, you guys. I am Seraphina Monique. You guys enjoy the rest of this day and be blessed and be a blessing.